Hello.
Testing. Okay. Now, I'm making this video a little bit earlier than usual. I'm doing the weekly announcements earlier because I have a busy weekend ahead of me, and I wanted to devote the whole entire weekend to something that I need to do for a certain class I'm taking. That's enough said about that. So I will be busy. I will not be available for the Amentens. If you need anything, then send me an email and I will get back to those emails at a certain time. But while I'm working and while I need to focus and do what I need to do, I will not be responding to you. So just know that the three officials are still on their break. They are not going to be coming back until around the 5th and 6th of December. Excuse me if that was Potterbomb for me to say that. They will not be coming back until around the 5th and 6th of December. I just want to correct myself. There was what I was saying. So that's going on. And so, it'll just be kind of a head start of what I'm doing here right now. I do want to remind you that the choir concert is December 18th, so those involved in choir are keeping up progress with what they're doing, and hopefully are working toward that with the choir director. I'm really, really excited to witness and see the concert, and I think it'll be really fun, exciting, and worthwhile, definitely. And it's always nice to have a Christmas concert. I know that we didn't have that last year. We had that the year before last. This year we are having it, and that'll be really every year. So every season we'll do the three signs of the zodiac: Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and maybe we'll do music that's ahead, so that at the very beginning of the season, those concerts will go on. Instead of waiting to the very end when people want to, look forward to the next season and they're thinking about what's next on the list of events in the year. So I'm planning on doing that. And so there'll be the three signs of the zodiac. So for the spring concert, will be Aries, Taurus, and Gemini, and the specific astrology songs of what will be going on at that time. And of course, you'll know about that, and I will map out that astrology and create the songs, compose them, and of course, other people will as well. And so we're kind of a mixing pot and a collaboration of a joining together of those songs and of those creations. And those are the songs for those in choir. You'll be singing those at those concerts, and hopefully those are the only concerts that will go on. There may be others, just forewarned that there may be others. 2023 is going to be kind of a funky, wonky, and wild year for the Amentens, and so I just want to forewarn you of that. And, I hope to goodness that I will not be rebelling and fighting and resisting certain things. And I know I've harped on this in the past, but there is not an eclipse on April 20th of next year. It is only a new moon. And I'm very passionate about that because, eclipses only happen in the signs where the nodes are transiting. They do not happen it's just mathematically and, astronomically doesn't make sense, and astrologically doesn't make sense, because we're not going to be in the themes of Aries and Libra. That won't be the big focus until July. And so there will be no eclipses that will be occurring on April 20th, and really can go either way. It can be, Sun in Aries, Moon in Aries, or Sun in Taurus, Moon in Taurus, since the Sun and Moon are changing signs on that day. But it is in Aries. I did the astrology. The Sun and Moon do line up in Aries on April 19th, depending upon where you live in the world. It may be April 19th, Central and Eastern Standard Time. It may be April 20th for those who live in other timelines in other parts of the world. However, it is in Aries. The Sun and Moon are in Aries, an anaretic degree at 29 degrees, so that should be really interesting. And it is a new moon, and only a new moon, and I will make sure to put that in caps so that, I'm not going to say, oh, it's not an eclipse. Well, I don't know what I'm going to say. There's no promises. However, I do plan to get into a meditative state. And if I say something that's totally false and totally untrue, can't believe I've even admitting to that. Not admitting to it because it's not true. Anything I say after meditation comes from a grounded place, and, you really can't, argue with somebody when they've meditated and when they're speaking from their truth and from their heart, and when they're, speaking, honestly, genuinely about something. So no, I don't want the gossip and the, false information and the rumors and the lies to go around. It is a new moon, not a solar eclipse. So I will keep probably repeating myself on that. You cannot always believe what you read on the internet. You can't always believe, there is deceit in the world. Do not call me the kettle who was calling the other kettle black. Do not call me a hypocrite. Do not point out any irony, because there is none. So, I wouldn't have anyone boasting around that time. Oh, it's an eclipse. I'm going to see the eclipse. And no, it's not an eclipse. It's just a new moon. So if you're excited about it, do not call it an eclipse. Be excited about the new moon. That may be one of the most, significant, profound new moons of the year. Maybe that will be the case. It's not an eclipse, though. So I just want to, again, remind you of that. And 8 minutes in, I've not spoken about what's going on this week. So the astrological events of this week. So, not based off of when I'm making this video, but when the week begins. We have on December 3rd, actually this week we have Neptune standing still and going direct. We have the full moon in Gemini, which I have a video about on my channel, and Braca has a video as well. The drill about, well, you can watch live streams. I don't choose to watch live streams. I don't choose to watch any live stream because it's not fair to the people watching after. To say, oh, thank you for giving me that super chat. Oh, wonderful contribution, name out a channel that, it's like, I don't care. And so, it's just not the indecisiveness, not the complication. If it says streamed live under the video, I have made the rule for myself that I can't watch it. Now, if you watch it, please do not, persuade me and rave about, oh, how good this live stream is, I will not watch it because it is a live stream. It happened at this time. And therefore, yeah. So videos are great, shorts, posts, all those other features, save for stories, because that's a vertical feature. But no, I'm not going to watch any live streams from Brecca Goldsmith, from Call It Baron Reed, none of those people. Only their videos. And, I happen to disagree with Brecca Goldsmith. I think that videos are way better than live streams. Way better. For practical reasons and for other reasons. For videos, you can edit stuff. You can put fancy effects in. Not only that, but you can go through the video and, maybe you don't, but maybe later realize, oh, I wish I didn't say this. Oh, you edit it out, or maybe put something in, you insert something in. You can watch the videos anytime. They're out to watch, really at any time. There's no, live streaming, so you're not presenting yourself in front of an audience when you're doing that, which is also pretty scary. And there's a part of me that would feel uncomfortable about it. And you kind of have to completely liberate yourself and be free and use your imagination and totally be okay with, okay, this is going to be imperfect, this is going to be natural, this is going to be whatever it is. And I'm already doing that with my videos, because my philosophy is, oh, do it once, don't do it again. Otherwise, it's twice, 3 times, 4 times, and so on until you feel good about it. So, I am not the most comfortable with people seeing me as I am doing it, though. I'm also not the most comfortable answering questions or acknowledging things from the chat, because I've never done it. I feel uncomfortable doing it, and it's a little bit unfair to the people watching after. And, yeah. So, if I reminded you, or if I remind you of Colin Bedell in any way, shape, or form, know that I kind of pale in comparison to his intellect and his, words. And please remind me if I say anything that is extra and unneeded. If I had to be nitpicky, oh, welcome. It's an honor to be here. That's all, or it's a joy and honor to be here. You don't need honor and pleasure. I mean, those two kind of similar things. Just say it and mean it, I mean, you may be super wordy and have a big thesaurus, but as long as you mean it, and I'm really big on that meaning aspect of things. I'm very interested in stuff if, it has meaning. I'm really not most interested in things unless there is meaning within that thing. So that's my area of interest now. So I'm drawn to quotes. I share so many of those on my community page. Astrology. So yeah. So many of those posts are commercial, like selling you things and, advertising, putting, links like, check out this here and, do this. I don't share those posts. I didn't share anything commercial, that's somebody else's deal. I don't share too much, but I will not limit myself, and I will share what I want to share. And I may share a lot of stuff, but there's a lot of stuff that I like and find profound and meaningful. So I'll share that. Anyway, I've gone on enough of a rant already, so I don't apologize, though, for what I have said. But so this week we have the full moon in Gemini. I find that I'm more interested in the spiritual astrologers, the ones who look at it in a spiritual way, not just, predictions and the areas of life, dating, romance, love, business, work, where there's a spiritual aspect and the predictions of this is going to happen. It just goes in one ear out the other. So, it kind of seems kind of stale and a dime a dozen and, same old, and all the stuff I already know. And, for instance, I have found that when I have watched Heather Astrology with Heather's videos, I do feel a lack of abundance when I see those videos. Not that I don't like them, but I do notice that it does kind of go with what I have done. And, so anyway, that's just my, thought and opinion on that. But yeah, Brecca Goldsmith, very simple, beautiful 9 to 12 to, almost 20 minutes at most minute videos that she does. And for those astrologers who also have videos that are longer than 20 minutes, or 25 minutes, or 31 minutes, or 30 minutes, or half an hour, bet that they really get into the aspects. Number one. Number two, they also break it down by signs. They give a little collective overview, and then they break it down sign by sign. So I don't want to give everything away about a particular transit, particular lunation. I'm very aware of that. So anyway, we have that going on. That the December 7th and 8th, we do have Mercury and Venus going into Capricorn. Mercury, as we know, the 28th, 29th of December will, go retrograde, grown from the audience. But so, that will be going on, and my nodal return is January 2nd, so I wonder what will be happening for me at that time, or and around that time. And so I'll probably do some videos about Mercury retrograde and, Capricorn, Venus in Capricorn. I'll do the planetary shifts and, as the planets change signs, and what's that about, and also the lunar events. And that's basically what I'll do. Okay, so with that said, let's just glide through these announcements. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here and let you know about the first announcement. Whoa, what am I doing? Okay, so you see here it says Tree Sunday. And so Tree Sunday, basically around this time, the Amentens are getting ready for remind me if the R's are extra too. We're getting ready for Christmas, so we're getting the trees hung up in the various rooms. We're getting it decorated, put lights on, put ornaments on. So if you wish to be part of that process, again, as I said in last week's video, for those who watched that, for those who didn't, it's okay. But I said that you can go to the Amenten headquarters and sign up and put your name and apply to help out with the tree decorating and the what was I going to say? The not only the Amenten headquarters, but also the other Amentens as well. And it's really fun to do that, to decorate trees. There's always, a very nostalgic aspect to that. And I always look forward to it and cherish it as well. So, that's going to be going on. Of course, I'll be getting my tree, the family tree, and in the Amenten room, big room of the Amenten, various rooms of the Amenten, basically that weekend will be the weekend in which, so this weekend, so December 3rd, 4th, and 5th, I think starting today actually, trees are getting, delivered and put in the Amenten room, set up, lights decorated, decorations, ornaments, you name it. All of that is truly coming together. And if you wish to be part of that, the Amenten headquarters is open at their times. They have a schedule. You can go check it out. All the information is on my page and in the email. Links and all that. I'll be sure to put that information like that for you to see. So we have time, there is time slots available for you to go in, and sign yourself up and participate in that. And of course, there'll be no buses. Well, there will be buses at certain times. There'll be the bus schedule. You can drive in a car. People can, you know, pick you up, drive you there. You know the drill. Just I shouldn't have to go through that information because that is just redundant. Absolutely. So that is that announcement going on for December 1st, 4th. The day that I'm filming this video is December 2nd, and it is Aaron Rodgers' birthday. I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers because I detest sports of any kind except the Iditarod. But Aaron Rodgers, we have to kind of acknowledge, and of course Deborah Silverman does that. And I do want to say that in her post the other day, I think it was Wednesday, when she was talking about her friend who used the hyperbole of calling her, saying, "Oh, you're the best astrologer ever." Well, she was the first astrologer I've ever seen in my whole entire life. She got me interested in it. She is my astrologer, and we happen to have several astrological, similarities. And I could go into that, but anyway, so I really wouldn't blame her. I do have things to say, on the positive, and maybe some, critical, things, but really, embrace that and live in the deliciousness of that. So yeah, if you want to say that, then by all means, blow it up, celebrate it, exaggerate it, go big and loud with it. The deal. So that is Sunday. That's going to be going on Sunday, and then we have. Let me just X this out and let me share my screen again to show you the next announcement, which is, let me find it here, December 5th. Okay, let me share my screen now. Okay, here we go. So you see what I'm looking at here. So December 5th. So I hope that my face is not in the way. Is there a way to... Okay. So actually what I'll do is I will just kind of... Okay, so now, let me see. Can you... Oop, it's still kind of big. So let me just put it at, I don't know, let's make it 65. I think it'll be fine. Okay. Oh, no. Still kind of... I think that we can move it. Okay, there we go. So hopefully my face is not cutting out. Okay, there we go. So learn something new Monday. Learn something new Monday. Anything new. Anything new. Anything expansion. Any video that you want to watch. Any article that you want to read. That goes on Monday. I actually want to change this. Anything esoteric. Anything deep. So learn something new that's deep. as well. So not just shallow, but it could be astrology, it could be philosophy, it could be something along those lines. And just kind of, just send me an email to show me and tell me what you have learned. You don't have to write a paragraph or anything like that. Just give me the proof of what you are learning, of what you want to learn. Actually, I do want you to write a little something just so that I can know that you just are learning it and reading it or watching the video, not just, oh, I'm going to find something and then send it, and just get away with it that way. No. I do want you to have that kind of experience, and I will admit my sense of empowerment is distorted right now. However, I do really think it would be very good and educational and interesting for all of you to take it upon yourself on your own for that part of that, as independent, for you to learn something, watch a video, read an article, something deep. It could be astrology, it could be religion. I have a whole list of topics, and I have a document which outlines the different Sagittarian topics. Philosophy is one, religion is another, astrology, but there's far more than that. So you'll find that list on my page under the December 5th, 2022 tab, and also, so that is going on there. I do believe that we are going to be switching, maybe adding in the Facebook group starting next year, so that's the next big thing. But so go find something that you're interested in that is deeper, read it, fully, of course, watch it, watch the video, and then write a little thing. And I have, instructions. I'll put instructions on that, on, the questions that you need to answer. It's really quite simple for you to just answer those questions and put it in a paragraph form, and of course apply the, paragraph, structures, and leave sort of a lasting legacy statement on what you learned, and all the instructions and the rubric and all that information will be available on my website. Once you do that, please hand it in and submit it there on my page. It won't be graded or anything. So I'm kind of contradicting myself. I will put a submission in there for you to submit that little paragraph for what you learned. Okay, so hopefully that's clear. I'm going to now share a different screen now and change what I'm doing here to December 7th. And so December 7th, as you can see, is Pearl Harbor Day. Basically, there will be information on my website. There will be articles, there will be videos about Pearl Harbor Day. Again, real informal, just to pay homage. We're not really doing anything this year concerning Pearl Harbor Day, just for you to learn and understand the significance of that day and why we, remember it and acknowledge it and pay homage to it every year. So there will be video options. There will be, articles for you to watch. That is optional. I'm not expecting you to write anything about that. Just, optional stuff there for that. Again, really nothing going on. Kind look classes and the usual stuff there. All right. So now, let me keep forgetting to X out of this. I'm going to move on to December the 8th. Okay, so December 8th. 8th is Philosophy Day. It's a great day to examine and evaluate, maybe reevaluate the philosophy of your life, and is it truly um, authentic to you? Um, and see what you can do to change it. Um, and this day will also be featuring travel. So Rick Saves Europe, you can watch that. Anything, I want you to watch just something or read something. Actually, watch something that deals with someone traveling to a place. Since I know I have family members who are actually traveling to the Middle East, and to Africa and Egypt and Israel and those places at this time. And so I want to travel there too. Oh, here's the reality. I can't because I have, I'm completely throwing them under the bus right now, but I have a life to live. I'm sorry. Um, and I hate doing that to family. I really do, but just to prove that they travel all the time. Well, not all the time, but quite a lot, and I'm envious of them. But then I just want to shout from the rooftops about gratitude and all that stuff, and I just want somebody to just, just preach to me. I mean, so it's kind of like the poem that I read today about the White House and about a man who was infuriated with the White House representing white supremacy and white power. And of course, you can't do anything. You can't, uprise, and you can't, rise above and really, um, find, get equal rights from that. So, you know, you, some things are just out of your control, and how can you calm down and be at peace and come into just radical acceptance of what's going on, without losing your mind and going, and letting your rage take over and obliterate you, and you obliterating things. And so December 8th is part of the full moon as well. There could be anger with that, so be aware of that. Since the moon is conjunct Mars and Sun opposite Mars, I do speak about those aspects in my video. And so watch something, and just pick a place to travel. Just pick a place to travel. And I think it's really, really fun to do one of these spin the wheel kind of thing. I have it bookmarked here. Cause, and pick a place to travel. Just any random place. And I remember, actually, I want to make this reference. Several years ago, about 5 years ago, I remember Christmas time, which was the start of the transition out of the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Of course, Heather Emsworth has a video about that, which you can go watch. And I also highly recommend the conversation that Heather Emsworth and Pam Gregory had about the astrology of 2023. You know, the one thing I will say about that is the terms higher consciousness and cosmic consciousness is used kind of like, someone selling you a used car. So I do want to advise you of that. But it is really a profound and very insightful interview. And I hope that I speak formally but casually, and normally as well. So, yeah. And I'm sure that people will be kind of backing away from my choir teacher once the North Node of Destiny moves into Aries. I think people are going to kind of be resistant towards James Thompson because he probably has his Saturn in Libra and probably has some of that Libran energy in his chart, if not Moon in Libra. Sun in Libra maybe, and that is the South Node. And some of those traits we need to move away from, and some of those higher traits we need to balance in balance with the North Node in Aries. So it's not, you're not abandoning the South Node, but you are balancing the North Node and South Node. And that's so important to remember and learn. Okay? So I just want to tell you that. Okay? Now, pick a place to travel anywhere. Oh, I want to go to France. Just the first thing that comes to your mind. Oh, I want to go to India. Oh, I want to go to Spain. Just pick a place, watch something on it, and then, actually, just write a little something on what you decided to watch and what did you learn from that, of what you can remember, and how did you like it or not? What did you take away from it? Would you recommend it? Maybe leave a lasting impact, for me to see. And just email me just to see that that you actually did it, and not, just, oh, I found a link and I'm going to email and just get away with it there. No, you actually took the time to watch it and got something, away from it. There. And got, takeaways from it. So that is December 8th, and that was pretty lengthy. And this video is more lengthy video. I apologize for that. Now, moving on to December 9th. So there'll probably be a lot to talk about there. Alright, so let me find the screen for December 9th. Here we go. Okay. Now, here we go. And of course, I need to kind of reduce the size on this, but if you can see it, I do talk about paying homage to Judi Dench. Judi Dench played in As Time Goes By, plays in several other films, and also sings Send in the Clowns as well, which is a gorgeous song and poem. And an analysis of that would be very opportune, let's say. Now, sort of going down memory lane, she unfortunately did not come to my Amenten in the winter of 2021. Oh, how do I remember this? Oh, I just remember things. I have a very selective memory. She could have, but at that time I was facing issues with my head officials, and so many things have gone, bad. And I was sick and tired of it, and I was depressed, and I was depleted and drained and, angry. And she unfortunately did not come to my Amenten, which I was very sad about. But so definitely, I would really encourage you to watch something to pay homage to Judi Dench. As time goes by, watching episodes then. In fact, I may see, some episodes there, watching Waiting for God and those types of shows now. So anyway, I really recommend watching Waiting for God. On BritBox. That's where you can find it. Probably in the best quality as well. So that's December 9th. Venus is changing signs around that time. It's moving into Capricorn. Last year it went retrograde in that sign. Next year it will be moving retrograde in Leo, which deals very much about heart connection and loving through the heart. Are you giving out your heart? Or, are you really living a genuinely authentic life? So those are the types of things, with Venus retrograde in Leo. And of course, fan blades and spring fan blades. And I don't know why that comes to mind. It just does. And so, yeah. So, that's December 9th. That'll be going on at that time. Of course, I have a dumbed down concert that I will have to go attend and be part of that day. The December 18th concert, which you're doing, is going to be, I'm sure, far better. And I'm really looking forward to that. And also, a couple days later, there is a concert that I will be seeing, which will be live streamed, which will be a Christmas concert, and the songs in that are supposed to be phenomenal. So I'm really looking forward to seeing that. And so that'll be great to look forward to and see. And so that's all I have for December 9th. So not a whole lot going on there. And of course, throughout all these days, the choir will be rehearsing for their concert. And I'll let you know about information about that when the time comes. And it will be at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. At in the evening on December 18th, Sunday. All right. So now we have December 10th. So now we're looking at December 10th. Bobby Flay. Basically, it is Bobby Flay's birthday. So I'd recommend, again, watching something from him. Watching a show. Maybe, I don't know. Watching Food Network Star or Bobby Flay or a cooking show, just to acknowledge and pointing out the occasion and the imagery of basically waking up in the middle of the night or early in the morning in a city with the lights just shimmering and luminescent and neon. And before I diverge into other customs, it's just this light display in the city, and basically work for something. And it's very intense and it's very challenging and it requires a lot out of you. And basically, what Food Network Star is, that's what I'm referring to. So that is going to be what'll be going on December 10th, and also Raven Simone's birthday as well. So, yeah. All right, now let me share my screen again because I'm going to let you know about December 11th. So we're almost done. I'm almost done with this. So December 11th, 4th, 7th, 8th, 6th, 5th, 5, yes. All right, so here we go. This will be the last day and it will be a Saturday. So let me just reduce the size on this here. So December 18th. Whoa, that's small. I'll make it a little bit bigger. Okay, let me load this up to about 60. Okay. Now, can you see that? Let me just go back to my Panpoto recording, Panpoto thing, which I use to record these videos off of. Alright, so here we go. Now, a couple things going on. As I mentioned before, there is that choir concert, and actually there is a choir concert that will be going on in Des Moines at the Lutheran Church in Des Moines. And there will be some information on seeing that there will be buses, there will be schedule, and it's a really great opportunity to hear a very professional choir singing music, and that will be a matinee at about 1:30 in the afternoon, so about 3:33 o'clock, somewhere around there in the afternoon. Actually, I think it's more like 2, and then it's supposed to be ending at 4 or 4:30 even. So I don't know how long it'll be, but it'll be fun. And so they'll be singing Christmas music, Holy in the Ivy, all of those songs maybe a couple songs that you are all singing during this Christmas concert. Okay? Um, so that'll be really, really fun. And yeah, so that's going on. Jazzy Vegetarian is Laura Theodore's birthday. She is a jazz singer and host of the cooking show Jazzy Vegetarian. And I could never imagine going on a vegan diet. It's really strict, and I couldn't live without meat and cheese and animal products and those kind of things. And so, yeah, she's really fun. She includes little musical ditties and tunes into her show. And she's very, engaging. And she has Sun in Sagittarius, Moon in Leo, and she was born the same year. I'll have. What are we having?
Well, they have a couple seafood options if you want to look at them. They have a seafood chimichanga, and they have the shrimp burrito.
I'll do what I always get.
Which is?
The Acapulco thing.
They don't have that at this restaurant. That's at Perryville.
Well, what do they have then?
Huh?
What do they have?
I just said a seafood chimichanga, and then they have like a shrimp burrito. The seafood chimichanga has like shrimp and crab and.
Are we getting it from La Casa?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do the what's the other one have?
Well, the burrito just has the shrimp.
I'll do the chimichanga.
Chimichanga?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, it's basically a cooking show where she has, healthy and light and tasty vegetarian recipes, including desserts with sugar substitutes and egg substitutes, and also things like soups and salads and those types of things on the show. So I highly recommend seeing that on that day, and maybe around that day, around that time, and seeing Laura Theodore. Paying homage to her, and maybe you will like her. I do highly encourage you and recommend that you try watching her and see how you like her and her recipes. All right, so that is this video, which has been longer than normal videos, other videos, if that. But at least I wasn't giving away big information like the astrology information. That is all that I want to say. And that is all the break I am giving myself. Besides this evening and besides all that, this weekend is going to be crunch time. So I'm kind of putting in all that I can today so that this weekend I can really get to work with stuff. So thank you for tuning in, everybody, to this longer video, which I will not redo over again. So thank you for watching, and watch this over again, refer back to it. I hope I gave you in depth and in detail information. Hopefully you found this helpful. Bye for now, everybody. Oh, by the way, I have a new channel that I want to tell you about. Where every single day, and I mean every single day, save for this weekend, I will be putting. Maybe I will, put those videos. But just spiritual videos, which will be private and unlisted. And again, if you haven't yet, please follow my community tab for shared posts and information posts from my main channel. I will not be posting on Facebook again. I want to warn you about that. And the final thing is, apparently there's supposed to be a lunar eclipse in Taurus on October 28th. That is, just rubbish. It is a full moon. There is no lunar eclipse on that day in Taurus. because the nodes have changed signs. And so that's what I want to make crystal clear. So if you catch yourself buying into the lie, if you catch yourself saying, oh, there's an eclipse and I'm looking forward to it, and saying that there's going to be eclipse, spreading that deceit and that rumor, you need to catch yourself. Back up, turn on the observer, and go, no, I learned the truth. And I'm not going to tell you the truth, you already know it, but that's how it is. I do not hope to be resistant and then have to just accept and then go along with it. No. I mean, I'm consciously aware of the fights that I fight, However, the thing is, I'm not going to change my mind. I may not change my mind. I may change my heart, though. November 21st, I was set on, okay, I'm going to do this way. I'm going to do this with full-on intensity. Whenever there is a planet in Scorpio in the sky, throw out slow and steady. Throw out Taurus because, Anyway, so I did not change my mind. I made the mindset. I just changed my heart, really. So, I mean, both of those work in tandem, in conflict and opposition, but anyway. So I hope to not have to fight, and I hope not to have to see any comments under the potential video I make about those astrological events. If I do see comments saying, oh, it's the solar eclipse's day, or oh, it's the lunar eclipse, I will delete those comments because those are not true comments. Those are lies. Lies, lies, lies. Lies. So, if you comment say, oh, it's an eclipse this day when it's really not, it's actually a new moon, I'm going to get rid of those comments. So, yeah. So, that's all. That's my spiel. And that probably won't be the last time I'm going to say that. It's probably not going to be the last time it's going to come out of my mouth. So, I just want to warn you about that. Okay, that is all I want to say for this video. Goodbye, and have a great week.